Alright, there's nothing like heading to the grocery store, do some grocery shopping, and checking the mailbox and getting a parcel in the mail from a fan. So let's have a look at this and open it up and see what's in the box. It says, Jerry, I'm sweating like a redneck doing algebra after packing these bad boys. Give me a shot when you get them. Oh, follow the directions on the bottle. The hairpin isn't a pop and go. They will need to settle after the trip. Oh my god, what kind of fucking fancy beers are these? That's what I call some insane motherfucking packaging right there. Holy shit. So these bad boys came from Lowell Morse from Saratoga, New York. Big shout out to him for sending me these. Look like they're very expensive beers with the cork tops and stuff. It says pour slowly as not to disturb the yeast sediment, but with enough vigor to create a luxurious head and release the rich bouquet. Holy shit, these look like some high-end beers. We're hitting 7.7% alcohol, 9.7% alcohol, 8.2% alcohol. Holy shit. That's some crazy motherfucking beers. Thanks, Lowell. I'm going to put those in the fridge. I'll be doing a beer review on all three of those afterwards. That's Lowell Morse. Big shout out to him for sending me some beers. I love fan mail. Look at that. It's Jeep Supercharger time. Got the Supercharger, split second tuner, the adapter bracket, a belt which I'm probably going to have to change out because I don't have AC, so I'm going to have to get a shorter one. Hoses, everything else. Yeah, that's pretty fucking exciting. That's going to be probably not for a couple of months yet because our winter's not quite over yet, and still waiting a lot of parts. I got about a month delay before I get my Magnaflow downpipes and high flow cat converter. It's going to be about a month for that. Waiting for another air fuel ratio gauge to show up because I got one right here, and then I got my boost vacuum gauge which is going to go in. So my vacuum gauge, I got my Jeeps coming out and I'm going to replace it with that boost vacuum. But yeah, it's going to be pretty exciting install, I think. Gonna work with all the bugs and shit and see what happens. So fucking stay tuned for that. Probably within a couple months or so. So basically right now I want to check to see when my vehicle goes into open loop. Right now it's a closed loop, which means it's reading off the O2 sensors only. So when I give it some gas and I shift it down, it'll go into open loop pretty soon. And it goes in open loop and it's reading off other sensors to give an educated guess on fuel to air ratio. Then when I let off, it goes back into closed loop. That's pretty important to know for the Supercharger, to know when it's going to kick in and out of open and closed loop. It's just like Christmas at my house with all these parts showing up. I got the first part of my exhaust is the Magnaflow precats, and then the catalytic converter is supposed to come in afterwards. But exhaust system right now has 300,000 kilometers on it, so there's no sense putting the Supercharger on with the old setup on, because they're most likely, fuck, look at my hair, they're most likely clogged up. And I'm going to do a test on like difference in vacuum after I change them out, see if the vacuum changes in the engine and that, and do like a little video on performance by changing out the downpipe and the catalytic converter. But let's see what else we got in these boxes right down by my feet here. And one of the boxes was a Viper alarm system. I want to install an alarm in the Jeep when I get the Supercharger installed. That way, you know, if someone tries to break in or whatever, the alarm will go off. Over here is a must-have anybody who has a Dana 30 or Dana 44, because that stupid passenger side axle bushing is a sack of shit. So we're going to cut that one out. Weld this currie Johnny joint in, and I put the other Johnny joint on the opposite side because that's pretty fucking badass. New wipers for the Jeep, because everybody knows wipers for Jeeps suck dick. So instead of fucking around with it, I got springs in the wiper arms. I just bought new wiper arms and all new O2 sensors. NTK are the ones that are recommended, because anything else apparently just gives you issues. So those are all going to go in with the new exhaust system before the Supercharger is installed. So fuck, everything's coming together. I'm waiting on one more exhaust piece, another air fuel ratio, and a pillar mount, and then we could probably start getting everything assembled. Alright, today is Saturday and me and Aubrey are just going out to the wipers area. I'm gonna do the Transalta Road. I was out in the Jeep a few weeks ago. I was hoping to fly the drone and do some time-lapse photography, but unfortunately, the wind is pretty freaking good, so I don't think that's going to be happening, but at least we're out here, we're just going to check shit out and see. Here's the view driving up the side of the mountain here. Blind corner. Okay, we're just at our first stop doing a time-lapse overlooking the valley. And I know a lot of you guys always like the views where I live, but have a look at this. This is like an hour from where I live. And I'm shooting a time lapse, just going across the valley about 50-60 degrees counterclockwise. I don't really have any clouds in the sky, so I'm not sure how the time lapse is going to show up, but we'll see. One thing here, there's a campsite right here where me and Aubrey are at, is that all along in the country here, you can just pull off wherever the fuck you want and camp in the woods, which I plan on doing quite a bit this summer because I want to get out with the Jeep. I bought a 4-season tent. It's a Nemo Storm, regularly $800. I got it for $500, so I'm going to do a lot of adventuring this summer, get out and explore and check shit out. Holy shit, super fucking windy. I had to get out of the wind using the door as a shelter, but there's some people just overways a little bit. And they brought us some fucking beer to drink while we're taking pictures. That's pretty fucking nice of them. Man, this wind is horrible. Holy fuck, it's windy in hell out here. I want to do the time lapse over above this ridge, but no fucking way. The only thing that's going to happen here is the camera's going to blow over, roll down the cliff, and that's going to make me really fucking mad. So, I don't know, kind of a wasted day, but it is what it is. Well, I just got home and Aubrey just left. It was another day where we tried to go out to the mountains, do some time-lapse photography and fly the drone, and wind was a little too much, unfortunately. And I was really hoping to get some practice out of that radiance, so I'm going to try to edit that footage I got and see if I can create anything out of it. But other than that, I'm not going to do anything more tonight because I'm going to go out tonight, so I got a couple hours before that happens and then see from there. Okay, today's Sunday. I just came into the garage for a couple hours. I've already been fucking around for about an hour researching shit on the internet, looking at quarter panels and everything else for the 57 and a rear trunk brace. So I better get something done today, and I think I'm going to start lifting the frame on the driver's side so we could finish getting that piece out. So let's have a look at it, see what I'm going to be up to. Try not to do too much damage since most of the integrity is cut out, but let's have a look. And fucking phone is texting me all the goddamn time. I'm going to need to bust that bolt out, which is probably just going to snap off anyways. And then we're going to have to cut that little piece out right there, drill it to spot welds. And then once we jack up the body, going to put a 2x4 probably underneath right about here. And then we're going to start cutting these out across. That way I can just come up, zip it with the plasma cutter. And then we can remove the last section of the floor. Alright, just use my porta power. This thing kicks frickin' ass. Lifted up the body, put a piece of wood in there to give me a little extra clearance so that when this section's cut out, because of the frame piece right here, it'll just sink down. But now that I cut it out, it's going to stay up. I'm telling you, if there's any specialty tool you want to buy, it's one of those right there, Porta Power. Mine's a Blue Point model, comes in a case, but they are fucking worth it, man. They're worth their weight in gold. Holy shit, drilling out spot welds is painful. I got that center brace out. That's all split now. Let's get the plasma cutter fired up and cut the rest of this fucking panel out and call it a day. Fuck, I'm getting sick and tired of cutting out this rot. So I just want to show you this here. I got almost all that old rocker out from underneath. A few more hits with the air chisel and I think I'll have her out. You can have a look right here where the quarter panel came in, but Buddy made his old panels and everything else. It just looks like fucking shit. When you're dealing with other people's hacks, sometimes you just gotta cut it all out and start over from fresh. You can see like all the Bondo rust work, but he left the inner panel in there. Like he just beat it in with a hammer, then welded a panel on the outside. Like look at that, all that Bondo. Holy shit. This is the final stage. We're all done. Driver's side floorboard is out, rocker panel's out. I cut the bottom part of the quarter panel out because that's going to be replaced too. But now we can start prepping everything and get ready for the new floor pan to go in. Once again, this is the end of my weekend. It's Sunday. I got done what I wanted to do. I got the rest of the floor panels cut out. I got to quit fucking around. I got the Jeep project to start pretty soon. I got to continue working on the car. I got lots to do. And hopefully if the weather stays nice and it starts drying up outside, I can start doing some of the parts of the Jeep I want to do, like the alarm system. I know it has the Jeep Sentry key, but I'm also going to put an alarm system for the doors and a starter disable. Not that, you know, anybody that's a smart thief will be able to get around that, but still for peace of mind, added protection, doing that. And then before the supercharger is installed, going to install my downpipes and my air-fuel ratios. Going to mount those on the driver's side pillar. I'm waiting on the Magnaflow high-flow cat, which should hopefully be here in a couple weeks. Hopefully by that time I'll be ready to start assembling all that. So, you know, lots of shit happening. Once it starts getting nice out, things are really going to start get going again. But anyways, it's motherfucking beer time. Drinking Grasshopper by Big Rock Brewery. If you have any questions or comments, post them below. Otherwise, thanks for motherfucking watching.